What's up everyone, Derek with Lucid, and welcome to another refurbished video. Today I'm going to be doing a gravity skateboard. I picked this thing up. I'm not exactly sure which model skateboard it is. It's kind of beat up, but it's not too bad. The deck measures 32 inches in length, and it's about 9.5 at its widest point. We got black grip tape on top, which that's a little beat up. The nose is kind of dinged up a little bit. The tail is as well. The hardware is rusted out. The bottom, the graphics kind of scratched up. The trucks, which are by Tracker, they're not too bad. We're going to salvage those. The wheels, whoever owned it previously, put some decent wheels on. I'm probably just going to clean them up. They are by Bustin' Boards out of New York, which is a great company, by the way. These are 70mm 82A wheels. The wheels are made in the US. The one thing I am going to replace is the bearings on the wheels. They're pretty rusted out. So I'll replace them with some Lucid bearings. And again, the hardware, it's rusted, but I'll clean that up and be able to salvage that. And the angled risers, those are perfectly fine. So my goal with this deck is to take the black grip tape off. I'm going to sand everything down to raw wood. And I want to put a mahogany stain on top. And I'm going to laser the gravity logo into that stain. Then I'm going to grip it with Lucid Grip. The bottom, I'm not going to get rid of the graphic. I'm going to try to salvage it. I'm going to kind of sand in these scratches and kind of give it like a retro look, hopefully, if it all works out. And then after that, I'm going to apply the Lucid Epoxy in the bottom as well, which will help protect everything. And then as well, give it a really cool glass-like finish. When it comes to the trucks, I'm going to keep these, just kind of maybe polish them out a little bit. And the wheels, I am going to clean up, but I'm going to replace the bearings. And again, the hardware, that's a simple cleanup. But that is my goal with this deck. We'll see what I can do. Got a little bit of work ahead of me, so I'm going to get into it and get this gravity board looking like new and a little different, but we'll see how it turns out. All right, so this gravity deck is moving. It's coming along pretty well. I got the top sanded out. That logo where it was in the center of the deck, it was pretty Solana Beach, so I had to do a lot of sanding to kind of blend everything back in again. But overall, it turned out pretty nice. The bottom, because there's a lot of like deep scratches on the bottom of the deck, what I just went and did is I basically took some light sandpaper and kind of just quickly went over it to kind of just blend everything in to kind of give it like a retro look. So hopefully when I put the epoxy on, it's going to give it a really nice, clean look to it, like it was supposed to be like that. At least that's the goal, so we'll find out. But either way, my next steps are going to be putting a stain on the top, and then a sealer finish, and then we'll do the epoxy, and then we'll keep on going on from there. So, let me get back to it so I can finish this thing up. Okay, so I got that stain, sealer, and finish on top of the deck. So while that's drying, I'm going to hop into Photoshop and Illustrator and recreate that gravity logo that was on top. And after I recreate it, I'm going to put it in the laser and burn it into the stain. It's going to be all one color. I'm hoping it's going to give it like a retro look to it to kind of go along with the theme I'm going with here. So let's get in, let's take care of the graphic, and then we'll go ahead and laser it out. And then from there, we'll move on to the epoxy and we'll get closer to finishing this deck up. Let's do it. Okay, so the gravity deck is coming along pretty nice. I got the epoxy on the bottom. Even after me sanding down the graphics to give it that retro-y vintage look, the epoxy really helped pop the colors back out, and it kind of accomplished what I was looking for. At least I think so. And the top, I did go back over and sand the top to give it more of like a worn look, and also help bring out the laser work on the bottom of the gravity logo right here. So overall, the deck is coming along pretty nice, a lot better than I anticipated actually. So the next steps moving forward is going to be gripping the deck with Lucid Grip, and then I'll be assembling the deck with the trucks and wheels, and this thing will be ready to go, and we'll get to see what it looks like when it's all done. So I'm going to continue on and complete the deck. All right, and we finished the gravity deck. Set it up, it's all complete. The process wasn't too bad, a little bit more sanding than I anticipated, but honestly, the deck turned out really nice. The top obviously is completely different from the original. I ripped off the black grip tape, sanded everything down, sanded off the graphics, and then I put a stain down, lasered in the logo, and then I went over and resanded it again to give it kind of like a worn look, like a vintage retro look to it. And I think it turned out really nice. The grip on top, I applied the Lucid Grip. And on the bottom, what I did, since the original graphic was pretty scratched up and whatnot, but I kind of wanted to preserve it a little bit. So I went over it and lightly sanded the top of the graphic to kind of blend everything in. And it really worked. It gave a nice vintage look to it, kind of what I was going for this whole deck. And then with the epoxy, it really brought the colors back out again and gave it a really glass-like finish on the bottom. The wheels I kept. They're in great condition. They're by Bustin' Boards out of New York. The bearings I did replace. The bearings are completely rusted out. So I put our Lucid AVEX 7 bearings in there. And then the trucks. The trucks are actually in really great condition. They're by Tracker. They're just a little scuffed up on the top, but in all honesty, it kind of goes along with the whole theme of the deck. I did kind of clean up the bushings a little bit. I did replace the axle nuts and the speed washers. I also put new kingpin nuts on as well. The hardware is the original. I just cleaned it up with some apple cider vinegar to eliminate all the rust that was on the hardware, and it cleaned up real nice. The risers, they're made out of plastic, so just kind of quick wash under the sink and washed them up, and was able to use them again. But this is the gravity deck. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed this whole process. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that notifications button for more videos in the future. We do plan on coming out with at least one of these, maybe hopefully once a week. That's our goal to get to that point. But make sure you do subscribe. Also check out our website, lucidgrip.com. And make sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook, all those social media sites. And also tag us in any of your photos of you using our products on whatever project you're doing. We love to see what you're working on, and we also like to share some of your stuff on our own sites as well. So we hope you enjoyed the video, and this is the Gravity refurbished longboard, and we'll check you out in the next video.